The GT Kuki Road, a lifeline of hope and survival for the indigenous Kuki people. In the conflict-ridden hills of northeast India, a single road has come to embody resilience, survival, and the unyielding will of a people. Known formally as the GT Road, and popularly called the German Tiger Road, this strategic stretch is affectionately referred to by locals as the GT Kuki Road. It links the Northern Kukilands to the Southern Kukilands, forming a crucial corridor of connection amidst growing isolation. Since the eruption of ethnic violence on 3rd May 2023, the road has gained unmatched significance for the indigenous Kuki people. When highways and arterial routes to Kuki-inhabited hill regions were blocked, some forcibly and others through organized resistance, the GT Kuki Road emerged as the only dependable route for food, medicine, and safe passage. Despite opposition and false labeling by some non-Kuki factions, this road has never posed a threat to other communities. On the contrary, its existence represents a humanitarian necessity, built not through aggression, but through community effort, sacrifice, and the collective will to survive. 1. A road for all, unity through development. The GT Kuki Road is not a militarized corridor nor an exclusive Kuki zone. It is a community-built route running through lands historically inhabited by the Kukis. Constructed by volunteers, elders, youth, and civil society organizations, the road represents the people's drive to build their own future where government services had long failed to reach. Importantly, this road is open to all peace-loving citizens, regardless of ethnicity or affiliation. It promotes unity through connectivity and stands as a symbol of inclusive development, not division. In fact, better infrastructure in remote hill areas uplifts everyone by enabling trade, healthcare, education, and communication. Just as the Maites, Nagas, and other communities deserve access and advancement in their own lands, the Kuki people also wish for similar progress in their ancestral regions. They are not opposed to others developing their areas, they simply wish to do the same in their own. 2. A road born from necessity, not aggression. Labeling the GT Kuki Road as a militant highway is not only misleading, but also dismissive of the struggles faced by the Kuki population. After May 3, 2023, Kuki villages were cut off, hill people were trapped without essential supplies, and humanitarian corridors were non-existent. It was during this moment of crisis that Kuki volunteers, using their own limited resources, began constructing the road. No external support was available. There was no state machinery. It was simply people with pickaxes, spades, and sheer determination cutting through dense forests and steep terrain to connect their communities. Even today, the road is maintained by local volunteers and civil society groups who continue to extend and improve it. The GT Kuki Road is a grassroots infrastructure movement, driven by the need to survive and supported by those who have the most to lose. 3. Civil society. This road is a non-negotiable lifeline. The demand for this road's protection and development is echoed across all Kuki civil society organizations. From the Kuki MP to the Kuki Students Organization to village-level councils and women's groups, the consensus remains clear. The road is essential and must be defended. They state, "The GT Kuki Road is not a luxury but a necessity. Without it, our people in the hills would be isolated, without food, medical care, or education. We will continue to build and safeguard this road, for it is our right and our responsibility." To the Kuki people, the GT Kuki Road represents more than a route. It is a pathway to survival, dignity, and rightful progress. 4. Addressing concerns, not a militant project. In light of false narratives, it is important to clarify. The GT Kuki Road is not a militant road. It is not constructed, controlled, or intended for armed activity. Instead, it is protected by local volunteers and community defenders who stepped in when institutional law and order broke down during the unrest. Kuki groups that have historically taken up arms are mostly under suspension of operations, SOO agreements with the government of India, and they have repeatedly stated that they do not oppose the Indian government or wish to interfere in the affairs of other communities. Their demand has always been clear: self-governance and dignity within their ancestral lands. Moreover, Community volunteers emphasize that their work is humanitarian, not militaristic. Safeguarding the road ensures safe passage for children, patients, and the elderly. It allows villages to exchange goods, reach hospitals, and attend schools. These are basic human rights, not acts of aggression. 5. A road of survival. Since May 2023, when the violence began on 3rd May 2023, most access roads to the Kuki Hills were sealed off. National highways were blocked, and vehicles carrying essential supplies were turned back or attacked. In such a situation, the GT Kuki Road became the only viable route for internal communication and supply. From then until today, it remains the most critical piece of infrastructure for the indigenous Kuki people. Whether transporting medicines, food grains, school children, or emergency patients, this road enables life to go on amidst continuing instability. For many displaced families and communities living under siege-like conditions, the road has become the symbol of resistance and recovery. 6. No interference, only coexistence. It is vital to understand that the Kuki community does not seek to interfere in other groups' matters or territories. They simply want the right to live peacefully and progress within their own homeland. The GT Kuki Road lies entirely within Kuki-inhabited regions and does not infringe upon lands of other communities. It is not a tool of expansion, but a response to isolation and abandonment. It empowers local development, ensures safety, and fosters autonomy, all within legitimate ancestral boundaries. The Kuki people hope that, just as other communities are respected for preserving their culture and land, their own efforts toward development and self-sufficiency will be respected too. Conclusion: a road to peace and progress. The GT Kuki Road, also known as the German Tiger Road, is far more than asphalt and soil. It is a road paved with hope, built by a people determined to stand on their own feet amidst neglect, violence, and misrepresentation. This is not a threat to India, nor a challenge to other communities. It is a simple, powerful message. The Kuki people want peace, dignity, and development. They do not want to interfere in others' lives, and they ask not to be interfered with in return. In the larger national framework, where every community deserves growth and recognition, the GT Kuki Road stands as a humanitarian achievement and a moral obligation. It must be allowed to flourish for the sake of justice, coexistence, and human dignity. Disclaimer: this report is published by ZalengamMedia to reflect the voices and lived experiences of the indigenous Kuki people. It promotes peace, factual clarity, and equitable development for all ethnic communities in Northeast India. This report is drawn from indigenous local Kuki people and various civil society press releases. Videos used here are for representational, and rights are given to all respective rightful owners. That's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, and please do share and subscribe to our channel, ZalengamMedia.